Hello and welcome to Central High School, home of the Red Devils, for some Friday fall afternoon field hockey action. My name is Zach White. I am joined by Leilani Sear as my co-broadcaster, Mark Callan to my right producing, and Chris Lesner beside him working the camera. So excited for some field hockey action here. We've got two schools going up against each other in some field hockey action. The Central Red Devils home against the visiting Tigers out of Dexter. And Leilani, it's nice to be able to be out here and get some action in on what is a not too bad afternoon. There's a little bit of some wind, but temperature-wise, for a fall, late October, I will take this weather.
Absolutely.
And,
not a lot of sunshine, but no rain. That's always a good sign.
You know, I think at this point in the season, we kind of get more and more used to those type of things. But coming into this, we've got a program that's kind of rebuilding itself in Central High School, and a program of Dexter which has typically been a powerhouse in this region in field hockey action year after year. And but at the same time, in a year like this, in a year with COVID and all the restrictions and all the things we've seen put in place, it is a building year. This is a building year for any program without the state official playoff bracket, and there won't be a gold ball at the end of the season. But what I've loved to see is everyone we've been able to broadcast this season has come out and been able to work on things and learn. And for the Central Red Devils, we know that that's been a point that they've brought up a few times this season, is getting better each day with a bunch of new players and figuring out how to best build the program. And what style or how do you help re-energize or rebuild a program from ground up?
Well, I think you said it exactly right. This is going to be really a building year for everybody. I think every varsity coach's biggest fear was that they weren't going to be able to play this year at all, which is not going to help your program develop and your younger players develop. So I think all the coaches are really thankful that they at least were able to salvage some sort of season. For the Central Red Devils, I feel like they're definitely building. They've been building the last couple years. For any program to be really strong, I feel you start at the younger ages. You're starting with kids, first, second, third grade and those rec programs. And that's one of the reasons why I feel like Dexter's been very strong for so many years, is because they have a very strong rec program. They have a strong middle school program, and those athletes continue to develop right up to high school. Absolutely.
Very well put, very well said. And coming into the action today, these two schools have seen each other before. That was a victory for Dexter. That was a decisive victory for them, and actually earned Avery Herrick an Athlete of the Week victory. She had an impressive performance there. You're going to hear more from her, as we actually had her for our Athlete of the Week interview, as she won that award last week for her last week's performance. We're actually going to have her interview played at halftime, so you'll be able to hear what she had to say about Dexter, their season, what she was able to do, and what she expects out of her team. And just kind of some of the points she raised were nice to be able to talk about what this season means, not just from a standpoint of winning all the time, which is sometimes in late October, this time of year, that's the only message we're hearing. And it's just nice to be able to hear these kids and coaches echoing a different sense, just playing for pride and playing for enjoyment, and also playing to get better each day. So that's really great to hear, and can't wait to see the action that we have for you today. It's important to mention that this is the Black Bear Crane pregame show. We thank you for joining us, and this has been the first time I've been able to call any field hockey action on the season, so very excited to be out here, very excited to be able to bring this action for you, but couldn't do that without our gracious sponsors. We definitely appreciate them, and Black Bear Crane, our title sponsor and a pregame sponsor. Here's a word from them. Black Bear Crane is a family-owned and operated crane and rigging service provider located in Herman, covering the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons. From roofs, trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast erection to modular home and communications equipment. Call 977-BEAR today. So thank you to them. Thank you to everyone else who has helped make this possible on these broadcasts, and what has been a pretty successful fall season. Not a typical. Nothing's been typical. I mean, I guess that is the new typical, that nothing is normal. But with that all said, it's just nice to be able to be out here and to be calling the action for you at home. We definitely wish you could be here with us, but you might end up being a little bit more warm than Leilani and I are going to be throughout this one. It's not too bad right now, but as this game draws on. The players will stay warm because they'll be moving around, but you and I, we might catch a chill. But
I debated this morning on whether or not I should have grabbed a jacket, and I'm thinking right now I probably should have.
hindsight is 20/20, as they say. But a couple more notes before we go to a commercial break here. Dexter at 4-2 right now. Avery Herrick is leading the team in points with 6 goals and 4 assists. She had a majority of those coming in performance over the Central Red Devils, where in our interview with her, sneak peek on that, she mentioned she kind of felt like that was the game where things started clicking for this unit. So it'll be interested to see how they grow up on that. They had an earlier game this week that saw some intense action that went to overtime. I believe double overtime, actually.
Double overtime,
yeah. Double overtime it was, and Dexter got the win in that one in dramatic fashion. So it was just nice to hear her perspective on how the team has kind of bonded together without a lot of these off-season activities and things like that. And that game-winning goal was scored in double overtime by Dow over Guilford on Wednesday. So good action for them. And before we go to commercial, one more thing about these Central Red Devils, kind of just talking about the point we made before, but not what one thing they're looking at right now. They're more looking at how can we get better each day. How can we get better each game? What new skills are we going to learn? And one thing that was talked about is that last season, they ended the season with 9 players. Right now they have 16. So that right there, you're getting people more energized and more excited to come out here and be able to play. And we've been here for quite a while now preparing for this broadcast, and I've just loved the intensity and the atmosphere from this Central team. Having fun out there, and that's really step one. If you enjoy what you do, you're going to be more passionate about it, and I think that's a testament to the coaching staff and to the players for buying in.
I think it's important to remember, too, their starting goalie, who I believe is Chloe Daigle, is a freshman.
Yeah.
And she just converted to field hockey from soccer, so that's going to be pretty exciting to watch.
It is, and it's not an easy adjustment. People take that for granted, but especially at the high school level, these sports become, and field hockey being one of those that I would have absolutely no business picking up a stick. I guarantee you that. I'd look absolutely foolish out here. But it is a very intricate sport. It's hard to get used to, but it's been nice to see that those points about getting better, the little things, the small details are what's being focused on to improve and get better each day. But with that, we're going to prepare for some commercials here, and we'll rejoin you after that for this Black Bear Crane pregame show.
I truly believe that if you're going to do something better, you got to start by innovating. Think about how to solve for a customer problem in a way that's quicker, different, and more customer-centric. The bank's promise has been fundamentally the same from the beginning till now, and that's ensuring that all that we do is making the lives of our employees, our customers, and the communities better. And it's their better, not what's defined as our better.
AMES Chiropractic Wellness Center is a practice that specializes in treating a variety of different conditions. We treat patients daily who suffer from chronic lower back and neck pain, headaches, repetitive stress disorders, work injuries, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Rick and our entire team at AMES Chiropractic are excited to welcome you to our brand new Bangor office located at 43 Longview Drive, right behind Olive Garden. AMES Chiropractic Wellness Center, helping you to naturally feel and be your very best.
Buying, selling, or refinancing a property? Gateway Title provides title, escrow, and closing services throughout the entire state of Maine. Let our team of experienced real estate professionals handle your transaction.
We can travel to bring the closing to you.
Residential, commercial, or land, we do it all. We've been helping Maine people for over 30 years and would love to work with you. Gateway, the right way. We'll see you at the closing table.
Busy, with places to go, things to do, people to see. Let Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union make managing your money easy with mobile services, bill pay, Apple Pay, mobile deposit, and more. We're as close as your phone. Now serving all of Piscataquis, Penobscot, and Somerset counties. Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union. Personal service, shared value. MHFCU.com.
Thank you for rejoining us here from Central High School as we prepare for this afternoon's bit of field hockey action. Excited to be able to bring you some field hockey action. It's my first bit of calling it for the season. Two teams that I'm expecting maybe some different things out of, but all the same, it's going to be good action out here. Both sides looking to improve in what we've basically deemed an improving season, a building year for every school without the regionalized playoff system, but expecting some intense and good action out here from Central High School. But before we get to that, you heard a word from some of our sponsors that have helped make all of this possible. As we approach the end of our season, we want to give a shout out to these sponsors who have helped pave the way for us this year. You've heard from Black Bear Crane, who was our pregame and title sponsor. We thank them. You heard a little bit from Gateway Tile in Maine, Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union, AMES Chiropractic. You'll hear more about Rouse Garage and Herring Brothers Meats as well. You've heard a little bit from Bangor Savings Bank. There's Charles Inn and Bangor Sports Collectibles. Those are just the list of our sponsors. You'll hear more from them as the night goes on, as we prepare for action throughout the night. But for now, let's get back to more of this pregame show, and as these both sides prepare for some action here. Interesting to see how Coach Fowler has been taking more of a hands-on approach with her team out here, kind of running through drills almost before the games have started and before the action's been getting underway. We see Coach McAllister on the other end doing kind of a similar thing, similar tactic for both sides. So we're seeing a lot of coaching up before this game begins, and I think the coaching staff deserves a ton of credit. We know the history that the Dexter coaching staff has on that side. I mean, you got Christy Veazey listed as an assistant coach. Brittany McAllister, obviously, we know what they were able to do in their time playing, but also have an impressive coaching resume. But maybe none more impressive than Margaret Veazey, who helped pave the way for the Dexter program and helped pave the way for some quality athletes, some good championship runs, some quality history throughout the Dexter program. I actually want to give Margaret Veazey a personal shout-out. She's a lot of the reason I got into broadcasting. Important part of my schooling history, so really want to thank her. And
I would also like to thank her, Zach. She's been helping out with the rec program for years, been involved in that, and has, as of late, been helping out with the middle school program. The middle school has a club team this fall, and she's been helping out with those girls as well, so very gracious thank you to her.
And that kind of goes back to what you were talking about before, which was a great point you raised about how building a program really has to start from a small age ground up. It's much hard. It's possible, but it's much harder to do just starting as a older person. What's the word I'm looking for there? As later in your career of schooling, it becomes more and more increasingly difficult, especially with a sport as intricate and as precise as field hockey. Whoever watches this and thinks that this sport is easy is absolutely mistaken. This is probably one of the most difficult sports to get quality at there is. And you'll be able to see it tonight with a lot of the work that all of these athletes are going to put out there on the field. But to be able to improve in this sport really says a lot about commitment, about you as an individual athlete, and about the program as a whole. So seeing how these programs have both seen some of those positives come throughout this season is a really positive thing, as it is incredibly difficult.
Yeah, and, to Central as well, in years past, many years ago, when I was in high school, Central was a powerhouse in field hockey, and then you saw kind of a lull, and then they came back, and then I think the last few years have been building years for them. And I'm not sure what they've got going on at the younger levels. I know their middle school program has struggled a little bit with numbers over the past couple of years, but again, that's where it starts from, the rec programs and the middle school programs.
I think it makes the fact that we're able to be out here and safely play sports again this fall makes it all the more important. The fact that when numbers are low, the one thing that helps out is being able to go out there and actually participate and actually be able to play. Without a season, it's hard to say what would happen to any program. The attention it would get, the interest it would get. So it's just nice to be able to be out here and see these athletes competing, but also just having fun and improving and making the most of each day and each game. And that's another thing to be on the lookout for, is that halftime interview with Avery Herrick that we had for her Athlete of the Week nomination and victory she received last week. That'll be played in its entirety on the halftime show. If you want to check out some of the other stuff we've got going on, we've got a couple games slated for next week. Weather permitting, it's not looking so great right now, but we'll have some action Monday and Tuesday. We'll talk later about that in this broadcast. We've also got a lot going on our social media pages. You can check out our YouTube page at Eastern Maine Sports Media. You might be watching us on that right now, and if you are, we invite you to check out some of the other content that we have posted on this page. As I mentioned, Athlete of the Week interviews, something new we've added this season. One with Avery Herrick, who had last week's nomination on the women's side. Zach Needham out of Orono, we actually had his broadcast at Guilford High School. That was a lot of the reason why he was nominated and got that nomination to go through for his Male Athlete of the Week. So check those out. That one will be posted tomorrow for Zach Needham. Stay tuned for that. And we've also got others. So if you feel bored and you want to check out some more high school content, give these athletes some more recognition that they deserve, feel free to check out more on our social media pages. But both sides have gone to their respective benches. Looks like the captains are meeting up for their pregame meeting, and we're going to get ready to go here for 4 quarters, 15 minutes apiece of some high-quality field hockey action. I'm excited.
This should be a great game to watch. See some good stick work and some good skill. We've got 2 veteran officials, Sonia and Deb. So it should be a smooth running game.
It is. It's a different type of excitement to watch some field hockey action. I love all sports. I mean, I love basketball, I love my soccer, I love my football, but watching field hockey has always been so fascinating and interesting to me because of the concentration and the athleticism that everyone who plays field hockey seems to have. It's just incredible to me to watch these athletes come out here and what's been a non-normal year, as I keep saying over and over, and still be able to compete at a high level is just so impressive to me because the attention that this sport requires, the detail this sport requires, is very impressive, and I can't wait to watch it.
It's going to be interesting for me to see. This is the first game I've called with you guys this year, but to see the officials and their reactions to the electronic whistles as opposed, the handheld electronic whistles that we're using for CDC guidelines based on their recommendations instead of actually blowing a whistle.
Yeah, that's just one of the safety measures. I mean, we've seen safety measures, they kind of differentiate based upon the school, but here we've called a few games on the soccer side for Central High School. Been thoroughly impressed with their level of safety measures they've put in place. There's a sanitization station, that's a mouthful to say, across the field away from us that they have set up for the players, and they can sanitize and make everything safe for all the athletes that are competing out here. And obviously, Leilani just brought up a great point about the officials. Attendance, obviously, is another safety measure put in place here. And we're just lucky to be able to bring the action to you at home. There you can hear the horn, and away we're going to be going here very shortly. Tigers coming out in the red and white. Going to be going left to right. The Red Devils in the white and red. Black shorts going to be going right to left. I'm going to do our best with jersey numbers, but I'm not going to lie. As I look across the field, the central numbers may become difficult for me, so I'm going to try to keep those ironed out the best I can, but
I was just going to say the same thing about the Dexter numbers.
Yeah. My eyes aren't as good as they once were, but away we go.
Nice pickup by number 5. Oh, nice dodge. Nice held whistle by the official. That was a stick obstruction.
Thank you very much, as I'm going to need all the help I can with that. When I was saying this sport is intricate, I didn't just mean for the players, I meant for the broadcasters too.
Now she's got to go 5 yards before she can enter. She dribbled right in. That's good.
Early action near the goal here. It was a shot on.
Oh, it's going to be a corner.
Now, what brought it to a corner right there?
That was off a central foot.
Gotcha. Another thing to mention this season is that each quarter is a 15-minute running clock quarter, and there's 4 of those. So that's something new that we want you guys at home to be informed about. And that ball has to travel all the way outside the circle before the players can touch it, correct?
No, they can touch it inside the circle, but they can't score until it's left the circle.
Gotcha. Leilani Sear keeping me honest early on here.
There's another foot in the circle. Be another corner.
It's going to be Kiana Bennett knocking this one out for the Tigers. These are always fun plays to watch. See how each team sets up their corner attack.
Should be a held whistle there.
with the arm raised. Is that what that becomes?
Yes.
So pay attention to that at home as the broadcast goes on.
There was quite a scrum right in front of the goal. I'm not sure what that call was, but nice pickup by number 7.
Good action across the field as
I believe
well.
that's Big Nell coming onto the ball. Right outside the circle.
A lot of whistles here early on. Carrillo on the far side now. Shot in just wide.
Be a 16-yard hit for Central coming out.
So a lot of early pressure put on by the Tigers here. McClure, one of the seniors for this Red Devil squad. That's Herrick involved in the middle of the action. Shot put on for a moment.
Oh, that was a nice save by the Sweet.
Good action on the defensive side near the goal. It's a little bit of a scrum again in front of the goal, but all things considered.
That was a hack. Just a correction. I don't believe number 15 that's playing your left mid is Pinarello. I think that's Pinarello.
Ah, gotcha. Might be a mistake I have on my program sheet. Whistle blows here. Get action reset up.
Pushing the ball up to the spot of the foul.
Cassavan taking this one away from the Red Devils. First bit of action we've seen on the Dexter side of the field. As well played our near sideline. Good stick work. Trying to find Herrick now.
Pass out. Nice pass out.
Herrick with a one-on-one. Shot put on. That's in. We're going to have a replay on that one.
I believe that was Herrick.
It did look like that was Herrick that put that shot on. We'll give her credit. Last week's Athlete of the Week. Starting off things strong here. That goal was scored with 10:45 left in this first quarter of action.
Oh, here they come again.
Good defensive work right there. Tigers looking to see if they can pour on some more here. Herrick now battling for it. Against King, or thought it looked like King. It was actually Contreras.
Nice pursuit by Lexi Dow.
She had an impressive performance getting that game-winning goal in their Wednesday action over the Pirates of PCHS.
Stick obstruction on Big Nell. Yeah, Lexi Dow's done a great job this season. She's moved positions. She went from being a wing on the front line to moving back to center mid, which is a very different position for her to play.
It's a lot to ask out of a player.
It is, and she stepped up nicely.
Battle for on our near side.
Yeah, stick obstruction again.
Good coverage right there. We'll take it away from Herrick for a moment.
Nice job, number 7. Shots just a little off the goal. Number 7 is Raina Barnard.
And Barnard put a lot of power on that one. It just traveled wide. I've been pleasantly impressed with the defensive work on the Central side, able to thwart away a couple of these scoring opportunities. A lot of pressure being put on early by the Tigers, but thus far, some pretty strong defensive work. A little bit of a miss hit there.
Yeah, high stick.
I've always been so impressed that although there may be a high amount of whistles, the action never seems to really stop. You always keep kind of moving.
Yeah, that's kind of the point. You typically want to take the hits as quickly as possible.
Definitely a strong tactic to use. Herrick, nice pass
to Bennett.
Played back in the middle towards Herrick. Couldn't quite see who that one went off of, but I think it's going to go back the way of the Tigers, actually. I was about to say the Red Devils, but
I believe it went off White. It'll be Dexter's ball coming in at the 25. Lexi Dow's going to put it in play.
It's Barnard on it again. Opportunity for a moment.
Third party call on Dexter.
Boy, it is nice to have someone on broadcast who knows their stuff.
We try.
Good battle for the ball here.
Nice job by number 7.
Yeah, Barnard playing well early on here. Getting involved in a lot of the action.
Ooh. That was a stick hack on number 2.
Yeah, came a little high. That was Casavant on that one. Was down on it for a moment. Herrick has it again. Looks like she put a shot on. Scrum for the ball. That one's going to travel out of bounds again. 6 minutes and 50 seconds here remaining in the first quarter of action. Looks like the Red Devils are going to get the ball back here. If you're just joining us, we've had 1 goal scored. That one came off the stick of Herrick.
Lexi tried to pick from behind, and they called her on it.
Only the second time we've seen the ball played to the Dexter side of things so far in this one.
It should be off her White's feet.
As it was indeed.
Nice.
Herrick, good stick
nice
work.
Dodge.
That also went off the leg of White right there. Shot put on.
Nice stop by the freshman goalie.
A lot of action right in front of the goal. Not sure I could have told you who got that one in if I tried, but
I'd
didn't
like
go
to
in.
see a replay of that. It almost looked like it crossed the line.
Yeah, that was close, I will admit.
Oh, bad luck by number 12. She tried to make the nice aerial stop, but it bounced off her leg.
An unfortunate play right there. As you can see, that play being called by the motion of the official as well. It's kind of what I'm learning here early on. We saw good stick work there by Bennett for a moment. Passed off by Dow. Played back in. Tigers staying aggressive here in this first quarter. A lot of action going their way.
$16-yard hit again.
Strong strike there.
Nice job by number 24 controlling the ball.
Barnard again, quality stick work. That's just fun to watch.
Oh, going to be too high. Dangerous ball. That was very nice stick work. Getting through the traffic to make the cross.
Not easy to do, but quality job done right there. Possession regained by the Tigers. Looking for Herrick. Dow had an opportunity, but good defensive work again.
Yep, number 4.
Yeah, that was quality right there by Contreras. But Barnard, he's been involved in a lot of action tonight. Gets right back in the thick of things. Got it back for the Tigers. That one's going to travel out of play. So the Red Devils being called upon to make a lot of stops here in the early bit of action this early first quarter.
Nice drive.
Strong strike right there. Good sportsmanship. Looked Looked like a Central Red Devil fell for a moment, and then Dexter's side helped to get back up. Didn't quite see the jersey numbers on that. Barnard more quality stick work.
Very nice job.
Poised and controlled. It's impressive to see. Quality work on that far side now, but whistle goes the way of the Red Devils.
I believe that was off Big Nell's foot. It's going to be a dangerous hit.
No one made that a dangerous hit.
Too high.
Too high?
Through people.
Different call if there's nobody around.
Yes. Nice block by...
Great job getting the stick on
white
the ground
defender.
right there. That one is going to hit the back of the goal here. We're going to replay. That goal went to Kiana Bennett. So we saw the pressure get through right there. That goal being scored at the 2-minute and 32-second mark remaining in this first quarter of action. That was Kiana Bennett. So she getting involved early in the action here. That makes this a 2-goal advantage for the Tigers. See if the Red Devils can get some late quarter momentum going here.
Number 14, McClure, taking the free hit.
Oh, good work by Dow, though, to thwart that pass away. Bennett, who scored the goal, now getting involved on the action for the Tigers. And Cassavant trying to steal that one away from Barnard, but nothing doing. Been very impressed with her stick work tonight. That one off the leg. Can be played back for the Tigers. Dow tried to play that one high. Went away for a moment. Now trying to regain possession, but good work by the Red Devils here.
Number 12, Emily Champney.
Well done by hers. Nothing near the goal thus far for the Red Devils, but this is the longest the ball's been in Dexter's side for quite some time. That whistle goes the way of the Tigers. They're going to be coming back down. Potentially seeing if they can add some more in this late first quarter.
A little too much on that ball by Dow.
Ball's moving across the field pretty decently tonight out here. Got some decent speed. Strong strike there. Good battle for it. Played back near the Tiger side.
Nice job by number 24 in the red.
Good battle in our far corner, our near corner here, I should say. That was Gray in pursuit for the Tigers. A good defensive work by Campbell, the junior. This Tigers team has 7 seniors, if my calculations are correct.
I believe that is correct.
I believe the Red Devils just have 3. So experience is definitely a thing out on the field, something we talked about in our pregame show, and maybe seeing a little bit of that on the offensive side, but chance for the Red Devils potentially. That's going to do it for the end of the first quarter here. We're going to take it to a commercial break and rejoin you for the next quarter.
Busy with places to go, things to do, people to see. Let Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union make managing your money easy with mobile services, bill pay, Apple Pay, mobile deposit, and more. We're as close as your phone. Now serving all of Piscataquis, Penobscot, and Somerset counties. Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union. Personal service, shared value. MHFCU.com.
Buying, selling, or refinancing a property? Gateway Title provides title, escrow, and closing services throughout the entire state of Maine. Let our team of experienced real estate professionals handle your transaction.
We can travel to bring the closing to you.
Residential, commercial, or land, We do it all. We've been helping Maine people for over 30 years and would love to work with you. Gateway, the right way. We'll see you at the closing table.
AMES Chiropractic Wellness Center is a practice that specializes in treating a variety of different conditions. We treat patients daily who suffer from chronic lower back and neck pain, headaches, repetitive stress disorders, work injuries, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Rick and our entire team at AMES Chiropractic are excited to welcome you to our brand new Bangor office located at 43 Longview Drive, right behind Olive Garden. AMES Chiropractic Wellness Center, helping you to naturally feel and be your very best.
I truly believe that if you're going to do something better, you got to start by innovating. Think about how to solve for a customer problem in a way that's quicker, different, and more customer-centric. The bank's promise has been fundamentally the same from the beginning till now, and that's ensuring that all that we do is making the lives of our employees, our customers, and the communities better. And it's their better, not what's defined as our better.
Thank you for rejoining us here from Central High School. You just heard from some of our sponsors. Really want to thank them for making all of this possible, help making it possible for us to bring the action to you at home. So really want to thank them. One other one to thank right now while we have time, it would be Bangor Sports Collectibles. The NFL, the NBA, the NHL, Major League Baseball, NASCAR, and more. You'll find them all at Bangor Sports Collectibles, located inside the Central Maine Antique Mall at 1372 Union Street across from the athletic fields. Hobby boxes, packs, autographs, trading cards, supplies. If you're a collector or know someone who is, this is the one store you'll want to check out. Collectors, have fun connecting with other local enthusiasts on our Facebook group page. Investors, sports collectibles have never been a hotter commodity than they are right now. Get in on the action. Christmas is coming. It's a perfect gift idea for the sports fan on your list this upcoming holiday season. Bangor Sports Collectibles. Stop in or visit our Facebook page. We look forward to serving your collecting needs. And with that, we start the second quarter of action here. It was interesting. You could see both coaches kind of talking to their squads. Terry Lynn Fowler was in the middle of a circle, kind of getting her team energized, reanimated, ready to play. And we're seeing some early action out of them this for second quarter. So whatever she said might have resonated with the players there as they come out firing here.
Yeah, that left side for Dexter, a little bit discombobulated. A couple third parties in a row on the sideline there.
Yeah, also saw a stick obstruction for a moment, I believe.
Red Devils need to get some offense going with their front line and mids.
Yeah, Avery Herrick, not shy about her offense. We know what she's been able to do thus far this season, getting her teammates involved as well as herself. You'll hear from her at the end of this quarter. We have picked out an Athlete of the Week interview that we were able to post about her this week. She joined us for some words on her performance actually against this Central team and kind of talked about the season as a whole. So you'll hear from her at halftime.
Dexter got a little bit of feet in the circle, brings the ball back out.
Now Dow battling. Strong player in the middle of the action there. That one's going to go out of play. Going back to the Red Devils here. They're going to have an opportunity to see what they can get going. Dow dribbling in now. Slicing through a few defenders there. Shot on just wide. Replay for you.
A lot of shots going wide.
That they have. The opportunities have definitely been there for the Tigers. Thus far, only able to capitalize on two, finding the back of the goal. As they lead this one 2-0, early second quarter action. Herrick and Contreras now battling for it. Now defended on our near side. It's Whitty coming in.
Could be a corner. Oh, nice held whistle, nice shot on.
A lot of action in front of the goal yet again, but
Dexter's ball coming in at the 25.
it's going to be Dow with the hit in. We'll see what Dexter can set up here. It's Barnard on it now. Good defensive work, good stick work by either side right there. Eventually taken away by this Red Devil squad. Well done. Red Devils now looking to see what they can do, get across the timeline there. There's Champney on it for a moment. Champney Brown, actually, the junior.
Oh, Bennett missed.
Yeah.
Missed the cross.
Hopped right over her stick there. Seen quality action out of this Central squad. Maybe some adjustments they've made since the beginning of this one. Looking a little bit more crisp and sharp out here as time's gone on. Stick obstruction. That's going to be going the other way now.
Well, I think that brings up a good point with, oh, here comes Herrick.
Yeah, she's very dangerous in the middle of the field here.
That'll be a corner. It brings up a good point. The girls, the teams didn't start until late, lots later than usual for field hockey this fall. I think the level of play is different than what it normally would be at the end of October after they've been playing for a couple months.
Well, in fact, the Central Red Devil squad just had their 10th practice of the season. So, I mean, that talks about when you're trying to build a program, and it's impressive to see how they've been able to get better just in this game alone, and we're only in the early second quarter. It's hard to speed that process up. That's a process that takes time. So to see what they've been able to do and grow and get better in just a amount of 10 or so practices, it's impressive. It's a lot to ask out of these athletes. Herrick played that one through.
Dangerous ball.
Definitely wouldn't want to find one of those to the faces, especially this time of year. Well, maybe not any time of year, to be completely honest, but
it definitely does not feel good.
You can see why that call is commonly made. That ball was played out, but found the stick of Barnard off to Dow.
Nice feed.
Strong pass right there.
Oh, we just can't get the shot off.
More solid defensive work near the goal by this Red Devil squad. Dow now.
Nice
Put
shot.
that one in. What a shot. Replay for you. As you saw right there, what a shot.
Yeah, it was a nice reverse stack by Dow.
You want to talk about stick work. That was impressive right there. So now we've got 3 Tigers in the scoring column between Herrick, Bennett, and Dow. Dow had that huge goal Wednesday night against the PCHS Pirates in double overtime to give Dexter the victory. Picking up where she left off now. It's Herrick now dribbling right through this defense.
Oh, that should have been a corner. She was screened off the ball.
Shot put on. That's going to go wide. That was off the stick of Bennett. 8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this half of action. We are in the second quarter here. Something new to the world of field hockey this season in Maine is that we've added the 15-minute quarters instead of the way we used to have it, so something new.
Well, it's nice. It eliminates the timeouts.
Help pace of play.
Gives the teams a chance to rest. Oh, 24 leaned in a little bit too much.
Red Devils seeing what they can set up here. It's really been a story of a relentless Dexter attack tonight. The Red Devils just not able to set up quite enough on their offensive side to get something going. As that's Herrick with it in the middle of the field now. Collision there near midfield, but no whistle. Ball just being played through now. It's Dow with it on the far side for the Tigers. She had that last goal. Third party now being played through. It's Dow again. Maybe looking for more here.
Oh, be dangerous.
Dangerous play was a call, and that's going to be central hit here. We're getting a clock stoppage. I think there's a substitution that was required. Not quite sure. I think someone went down on that far side, but I think they left the field on their own power. We'll try to get a jersey number on that and let you know.
I think that's number 5.
Yeah. Very well might be. That's King, the senior, on that far side. We'll keep you updated on that the best we can for you at home. We're returning to the action here. See what the Central Red Devils can do following that, and see if they can get something going on their offensive side. One goes out of play. It's going to be advantage Red Devils now. I think that ball may have been played off the face of
Could have been.
King before. Just based on what I can limited see on that far side, but at the same time, it's going to be stick obstruction. It's going to be a corner for the Red Devils here, so their first corner of the evening. Most promising offensive attack they've had thus far. Now under 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in this half of action.
Ball is inserted.
Aggressive defensive work, well played by the Tigers right there, but Contreras trying to keep it in the Red Devils' offensive attack. Played near the sideline, and well done. Barnard had it for a moment. See if she can save it from going out of play. She does. It's going to be stick obstruction. Played back for the Tigers here.
Picarello starting with the ball.
Yeah, Picarello's on our far side, so that must be Bignell on that other side. See, I knew these jersey numbers would pain us by the end.
There's 2 number 15s out there.
Well, that sounds like it's part of it, too. Shot goes in. Goal there. Not 100% sure who scored that one. We're not 100% sure who scored that one. I lost track.
I'm not sure either.
That all happened so quickly. We're going to give it to Dow and say it was her second. I mean, we'll have that official by the end of the game or by the end of the evening tonight. We'll get the official word on who scored that one. But for now, we'll give it to Dow, and if that changes, we'll let you know.
Deb says number 2.
Number 2.
That's Bennett.
So that's actually Kiana Bennett's second goal of the evening instead of Dow. So good work by Bennett here early on in this half. Herrick now,
nice
strong
fire.
shot. That one travels wide, though. Now that last goal stretches this one to a 4-0 game with 4 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the half. We were looking for a ball there for a moment, I believe. Don't have anyone retrieving these balls when they go out of play, so. Quality action in the middle of the field there. One thing that's impressed me is every time the Dexter has scored, it's felt like the Red Devils have come out firing right after. I haven't seen them get down on themselves at all thus far, and with almost immediate turnaround attacking Dexter following a goal. I believe that was the
They
third
definitely haven't quit, that's for sure.
They haven't. I don't expect they will. I've been very impressed with the way they've approached the game, and I have confidence they will continue to approach the game the same way. So, shot put in, or strong strike put in, I suppose, but thwarted away by this Dexter defense again. Contreras, good stick work trying to prevent that Dexter attack, but a lot of change of possession here, but going back and forth.
Nice job by Alita to cut that ball across.
It was Goldsmith on the pass across. It was quality work by her on that far side. Herrick now has it. Good touch, put ahead. Potentially Bennett.
Just her and Bennett. Now Barnard is up there.
See if she plays that one through. Is going to strike that one across. Good kick away by the goalie. It's Daigle on it. That ball played back towards the middle as well. Dexter hungry, looking for more. That was Dow. Stick obstruction, going to be going back the other way. 2 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in this half of action. Off the foot there of the Red Devil defender. Picarillo now on our side. Ball finds all the way through and out the back, out of play. That's going to go the way of the Red Devils.
Dexter wings, not quite in the right position to get a stick on that ball.
Ball played high up and over, finds the stick of Contreras.
Nice move by number 4.
Well done there. Strong strike put through. Substitution going to be coming in here soon. Barnard checking out. Of course, the hardest jerseys to see all the way across the field there.
Trafton, I believe.
I believe you are right on that one. Good eyes. Battle on our near sideline now. Whistle eventually going to go way of Tigers for stick obstruction. I have a great teacher for a broadcast partner, so I'm picking up on some of these calls here. Picarillo to Herrick. Herrick now trying to go back towards the middle. Now on our near sideline. Good stick work. Stick obstruction back to the way of the Tigers. We're in the final minute of action here in this half. Picarillo to Herrick on our near side.
Nice control by Herrick.
Herrick now dicing through, looking to set something up near goal. I don't think she got quite all that when she wanted to, but it's going to go to the Tigers all the same. It looked like it went off a Red Devil stick right there. Only 30 seconds remaining in the half, though. These things take time, so could be the final push here for the Tigers. Ball played down our near sideline. Picarillo, miss hit right there, finally sends it in. Now finds a stick of Herrick. Herrick tries to put one on, battle around. Whistle's going to go here, and with 10 seconds left, looks like the Red Devils are going to regain possession, probably just last out the end of this half as the Tigers lead 4-0. Final 2 seconds here. See what they decide to do. Hit away. There's the horn, and that's going to do it for the second quarter and first half of action we saw here from Central High School that has the Tigers up 4-0. We're going to take a quick commercial break, rejoin you, have a few brief messages, and start our halftime show. Thank you very much, and see you soon.
I truly believe that if you're going to do something better, you got to start by innovating. Think about how to solve for a customer problem in a way that's quicker, different, and more customer-centric. The bank's promise has been fundamentally the same from the beginning till now, and that's ensuring that all that we do is making the lives of our employees, our customers, and the communities better. And it's their better, not what's defined as our better.
AMES Chiropractic Wellness Center is a practice that specializes in treating a variety of different conditions. We treat patients daily who suffer from chronic lower back and neck pain, headaches, repetitive stress disorders, work injuries, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Rick and our entire team at AMES Chiropractic are excited to welcome you to our brand new Bangor office located at 43 Longview Drive, right behind Olive Garden. AMES Chiropractic Wellness Center, helping you to naturally feel and be your very best.
Busy with places to go, things to do, people to see. Let Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union make managing your money easy with mobile services, bill pay, Apple Pay, mobile deposit, and more. We're as close as your phone. Now serving all of Piscataquis, Penobscot, and Somerset counties. Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union. Personal service, shared value. MHFCU.com.
I truly believe that if you're going to do something better, you got to start by innovating. Think about how to solve for a customer problem in a way that's quicker, different, and more customer-centric. The bank's promise has been fundamentally the same from the beginning till now, and that's ensuring that all that we do is making the lives of our employees, our customers, and the communities better. And it's their better, not what's defined as our better.
Thank you for rejoining us here at Central High School. As you just heard from some of our sponsors, but in a moment you're going to hear from last week's Athlete of the Week, who we actually have out here in competition. Avery Herrick had an impressive performance last week, actually against the Central Red Devils, that helped earn her Athlete of the Week nomination. So you're going to hear a little bit from her and what she had to say on her performance in the season. Hello and welcome to another Athlete of the Week interview. Today I'm joined by Avery Herrick, who had an impressive performance last week, earning the Female Athlete of the Week honor. Avery, congratulations. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to have you. You had an impressive game, a victory over Central. In that game, you had 4 goals along with 3 assists, having 7 out of your 10 total team points scored in that game. You had a part in that. So what was your mindset coming into that game?
Oh gosh. Well, at the beginning of the season when we played Dover, it was a tough loss, 5-0. And after that game, us seniors got together and we were like, we have 7 seniors. We're like, okay, so this isn't working. Like, what's going on? And I'm like, well, guys, and all the seniors agreed on this. They're like, it's the first game. We got to get comfortable. And we got to remember we didn't have any summer things because of all the COVID. So we didn't have time to team bond and get the chemistry going. So we can't just jump in and expect to, like, just play like how we played last year. So I'm like, it's going to take a little time. And that game was the first game that we actually all just, like, connected. And it was, like, amazing. Like, I don't even know how it happened like that, but it just did. And we all felt amazing after the game. We're like, wow, like, we need to play like that every time. I'm like, yeah, that was good.
So with that much senior leadership coming into a season, this is something that we've echoed in almost all the Athlete of the Week interviews, but what was it like trying to come off of a summer and not having a spring sport season last year? What was it like trying to get reacclimated and to get back into the flow of the games?
It was tough. It was hard. We texted all summer long. We had a senior group chat and we kept in touch and we got together sometimes that we could, what we were allowed to get into shape, because it was hard to just have that own mindset and make your own time management and just be determined to get down and get yourself in shape, because we couldn't do anything as a group. So that was very hard to be able to do that on our own. But once we did, it showed in that Central game.
How has the fact that there is no sanctioned playoffs this season, how has that played a role in impacting the team, but also trying to keep everyone engaged and everyone excited and ready to play? Going back to that style of conversation you and those 7 seniors, that 7 senior group had, how does the fact that you don't have a regular season playoff have to play into, okay, guys, let's stay excited, let's stay up and going?
Yeah, that's funny you say that, because that's been a big topic of conversation on our team lately, because we just recently found out that there's nothing. Like, we're basically just playing, not for nothing, but as Margaret Veazey said, she was talking to us, she's like, you're playing for your own pride. And she's like, that I know that's not a championship gold ball, whatever, but it's good enough if you say, hey, I'm playing for my own pride, like, just to make ourselves feel good and as a team feel good. That's what we're playing for. And it was hard at first to actually gather that and understand that we're not playing for a trophy. But once Margaret Veazey was like, guys, it's just for your own pride. And then we're like, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's not bad.
In Dexter, a very historic program with field hockey. But it is important to mention, this is your second Athlete of the Week victory, and the first one was playing soccer. So having to adjust, not maybe adjust, but coming out to a different sport and playing and then earning an Athlete of the Week nomination. Talk about what your mindset is as an athlete, just to how you approach an individual game, granted the stuff we just talked about.
Yeah, I mean, it's all because of my teammates. I don't mean to sound cheesy or anything, but I wouldn't be where I am without the help of them. They were so welcoming to me last year. I was like, I have no clue what I'm doing, guys. I'm forewarning you that, like, you need to help me out because this is brand new to me. They're like, oh, my God, you're fine. And then I started playing last year, and they're like, okay, we're good. You're good. Like, you're fine. And so that with the help of them, they've gave me a lot of confidence, and the coaches as well, too. I mean, I wouldn't be where I am without them, for sure.
Absolutely. We actually have your game coming up this Friday. We'll be broadcasting that one. So what do you expect going into this next bit of action?
Oh, gosh. It's Central, right, Friday? Yeah.
Yes.
Like we just
Same team
played
you
that.
won Athlete of the Week against.
It's so, like, it's just like a cluster. Like, we play games, like, same teams back to back. I don't know. We just recently had a game tonight. And it went into double overtime, and it was very stressful. And at the end of the game, we're like, we're not doing that again. We're not going into overtime. That's just like, it makes it so, like, we just all hated it. We're like, that's never happening. So going into this next game, I feel like we are just going to be guns blazing, first half and second half. Just like do the same thing every half. Don't settle. Don't think, oh, just because we're up by 1, we're good. No, just keep going, keep striving, do the best you can.
Yeah, I forgot you totally had a game right before this interview. So definitely appreciate you being able to come on and add a few words after that and what sounds like it was intense action. But thank you very much, Avery, for joining me and having a great Athlete of the Week interview. Who knows? I mean, probably we'll be seeing more of you very shortly. I wouldn't be surprised at all. So thank you, Avery Herrick, for joining me and providing this interview. Stay tuned for more coming from Eastern Maine Sports, and stay tuned for Avery's game against Central, who she had an impressive performance against last time, coming up this Friday, broadcasted on Eastern Maine Sports. So I want to thank you again, Avery. It was a great interview, and best of luck to you going forward. Welcome back here from Central High School as we rejoin you before the second half of action. You heard right there a little bit from Avery Herrick on her performance last week. Had a great conversation with her and talking about the perspective on the season, being able to come together. If you want to check out that interview after this, or any of the other interviews we have with the Athlete of the Week nominations, and they'll be up on our YouTube page. You can check that out. You might be visiting us on that right now. If you're on Facebook, you can check out our YouTube page at Eastern Maine Sports Media. Check out what we have for content put up. We've got some other games that are still on there that we've been able to bring from this season. Also have some Athlete of the Week interviews, as I just mentioned. You saw right there, one with Avery Herrick. Had another one with Peyton Grant from Dexter. Had one with Zach Needham tomorrow out of Orono for an impressive performance last week. Colby Gilbert from Guilford. Just a bunch of quality athletes from around the state. Lindsey Reed of Herman, Josh McGillicuddy of Hodgdon, the first ever Athlete of the Week from Hodgdon. So just some impressive performances by some impressive kids and some extra recognition for them. So we've got some other things planned for our social media pages coming up soon. We'll keep you posted on whatever that's going to be. But if you want to stay in touch, follow our YouTube page, subscribe to it, completely free subscription. Just allows you to stay up to date and stay in the action of what we've got coming to you, the fans, and some more recognition for these kids. But with that said, we've got to prepare for some second half action of what was a fun and fast-paced first half. It felt like 4 goals for Dexter in that first half. Avery Herrick had 1, Kiana Bennett had 2, and Dow had 1. So 4 goals in that first half, as now Dexter will be going right to left. The Central Red Devils will be going left to right. And away we go. Looks like Herrick's going to be taking it away from the middle of the field. Both sides ready? Here we go. Well played for a moment there by the Red Devils, but Gray, good job coming up with that one.
Oh, nice feed. Nice feed by Herrick.
Very well played.
Wing. Nice cross.
Good kick away there by Daigle. Good battle for it. That one's going to find the back of the goal. Early goal. Replay for you. Looked like it was Bignell that found the back of the net with that one. So the 4th Tiger to get into the scoring column thus far in this one. So now Bignell gets in with a goal.
Nice stick work by number 4.
I think that's Contreras. Good work from her.
Third party on Dexter.
That whistle's going to be going back the way of the Red Devils.
No, that's going to be a foot.
She knew it too. You could hear it audibly from where we are because that action happened right in front of us. Getting the ball position in the right place for play here. Finally finds the right spot, and we're ready now. Good battle for it here.
Nice job by number 12. It's Lila McCormick.
Third party the call. We're going the other way now. Good job by Contreras again. She's having a nice start to this second half. Good stick work, finding herself in the right position. Call right there. And Red Devils now applying a little bit of their own pressure following that Tigers goal to start the half. It's going to be off the stick. See who they play this one to.
I think it's going to be White coming in at the 25.
I'm going to draw that one back to the 25 and get ready for action. See what adjustments were made at halftime by Coach Terry Lynn Fowler and their squad. Herrick now racing down the middle. Good job to knock that one away as Herrick, you know how dangerous she can be in the middle of the field. Played that one away just for a moment at least. Now finds the stick of Dow. Over to Contreras. Dow now dribbling back in. Strong strike. That's going to be wide. See if it stays in. It does. But whistle and going back the way of the Red Devils.
It's one of the things you have seen this season if you've watched any field hockey at all. The girls didn't have the prep time coming into the season with, you know, a longer preseason. We started late. You're still seeing, you know, maybe some skills, some passing that isn't quite where it would normally be at this time of the season.
That is absolutely right. An important point to mention, and that's one of the things Herrick brought up during her interview that we played at halftime. If you missed that, you can check that out on our social media pages. But it's one of the things she shared was that not having a ton of summer activities. I mean, you can stay connected through social media and however means you want to, but it's a lot different than actually having the ability to be out there on the practice field and work on some of these skills. And that shot just went wide for a moment. Probably should stop and talk about the action for a second. But Dexter, they're always on the attack. And Dow, we saw her score on a shot like that earlier. Ball battled around. Gray has it for a moment. Take your pick who has it at this point.
It's going to be 16 coming out.
But to put a cap on the point we were just trying to make is that you're absolutely right. At this point in the season, we'd be preparing. I'm not even sure what point we'd be at now, but we'd at least be preparing for playoffs, possibly in playoffs, and thinking about state championship runs and those type of things. But right now, we're still talking about just getting better each day. And I think that is also important. It's nice to be able to see and get grounded back to the sense of what matters in improving each day. And it's just good to see both sides having that sense. You heard it from Herrick, and you've heard it from Coach Fowler as we talked about that in the pregame show.
Yeah, and, you know, the Dexter team in particular, those girls play most of the summer.
Yeah.
And not having that summer play has definitely affected their playing now.
We've got another final score for you from around the state. John Babst over Herman 1-0, and that's the final for some field hockey action that came in overtime, actually. So 1-0, John Babst over Herman after some overtime action. Good action in the middle of the field. And speaking of John Baptist, while I have it on my mind, early next week, Monday of next week, we have PCHS boys taking on the John Baptist Crusaders. That game will be broadcasted earlier than normal. Our broadcast will go live at 3:15. Game set for 3:30. As also, now that it's getting later in the year, the sun's gone down a heck of a lot earlier than we are. Well, at least I would be liking. So that will be an earlier start time, and we'll have this same crew set for Tuesday, as we'll be coming to you from Foxcroft Academy for some field hockey action. But stay tuned for those. Those are obviously both weather permitting, and you can also check out that schedule on our Facebook page at Eastern Maine Sports, and you can check out the full schedule there, also at easternmainsports.com as well. That looked like it went off the leg of a Red Devil, possibly stopped playing for a moment because of it, and Bennett took advantage of it.
Field's a little hoppy. Ball's bouncing over sticks.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that right in front of us that action's happening. Field's a little beat up right in front of us where we are, so could definitely see why that might be the case. Ball played through. Good defensive work there by McCormick.
Nice feed up.
That one traveled all the way down the field and out of play, but going towards the Tigers with 8 minutes left in this third quarter of action.
Barnard will put it back in play.
Been very impressed with her performance tonight. Not yet in the scoring column, but her ability to control tempo and to control the offensive attack, and her stick work's been very impressive out here.
Nice job by number 14.
Yeah, that was a good push right there by Rodiger.
Ooh.
That definitely went off the ankle of Dow. It's going to be a stinger, but tough kid, you can tell, standing strong in that middle of the field. Man, that ball is unforgiving, that is for sure. Wind starting to pick up just a touch, but not as cold as it's going to get this October, so.
Avery dropped a shoulder there, Avery Herrick.
Battle for the middle of the field now. Good work right there. It was Tina Lawson on it for the Tigers. That one's played all the way through. Near the goal now. Daigle's going to have to come out and kick that one away. Herrick stopped it. She's going to have a shot on potentially. Travels wide. Dexter still having a chance at it. Whistle played back through. Going to be going the way of the Red Devils now.
Yeah, a little bit of a stick hack on number 5, Cassandra Gray.
Ball played all the way down now. Strong strike right there. This is by Gray, Caitlin Gray.
Nice job by number 25. Kristen Campbell,
Yeah.
Red Devils.
I've been impressed each time that the Tigers have scored the way the Red Devils have responded following the goal. I mean, they are competing out here, and they're not giving anything up. Not hanging their heads, just coming out here and playing and competing throughout this entire game, and I think that's really nice to see, and it's what you want to see out of a program trying to build itself up. Having the kids want to play is the biggest part, and you can tell out there that they still want to play, and they're energized, and they're still in this.
Yeah, I watched them play a little bit. I didn't get to see the whole game, but I watched them play a little bit. They had a tough game against Nokomis, and the Red Devils have definitely improved since that game.
Absolutely, it's things you definitely love to see as a coach. Terry Lynn Fowler talks about that quite a bit, how this is just an improving season and trying to get better at the small things every day, improving the small skills and getting better at those. And in a season like this, why not? Speaking of why not, Dow dribbled that one all the way down. Shot on, finds the back of the goal. Replay for you. I think that one went the way of Dow, it looked like. I might be mistaken on that, but.
No, I'm pretty sure that was Dow.
So we'll give it to Dow. She's got her second goal of the game, matching Bennett with 2, Herrick with 1, and Bignell with 1. Dow and Bignell, both those goals coming this half. This is Dexter on the game, now leads 6-0, but in the half they have 2 goals.
Nice job by Picarello.
Goldsmith now, opportunity for the Red Devils trying to set something up, but Picarillo and Bennett not giving an inch.
Nice feed.
Well played right there. Good pass all the way through. Stick obstruction, going to be going back the other way for the Red Devils now. Just approaching 4 minutes left to go in this third quarter of action. Played all the way down for a moment, then out of play.
Oh, nice pass to Bennett.
She's going to have a one-on-one opportunity with the goalie. Couldn't quite get it on, but it still finds the back of the net. We'll get a replay. Well, while we know it wasn't Bennett that scored that one, kind of got lost in the frame of who scored. I think it was Gray.
Might have been Cassandra Gray.
Yep, we're going to give it to Gray. Some good work by her, but Bennett, good job setting that up. We'll get the official word on all of these goals scored by the end of the evening.
Nice pass by Dow.
Player fell down. Good sportsmanship right there by Herrick. Trying to assist her back up.
Nice cross from number 7. Oh.
Whistle blown here. Lost track of what that call was, but it's going to be going for the Red Devils.
I think the ball bounced up off a Herrick stick and hit her.
We've got a substitution coming in, actually. Bennett checking out. Actually changing the field positioning around a little bit as well. Dow coming back to the defensive side of things. So seeing a little bit of her versatility out here. I believe it was Mackenzie Trafton who checked into the game for the Tigers there. Whistle
Dangerous
blown.
Ball.
Yep. Good call right there. So it's going to be going back to the Tigers now. Nearly approaching 2 minutes left to go in this quarter of action. That ball played out of play there. This has been a fairly successful quarter for the Tigers as they came into this half leading 4-0, but they've added 3 goals just in this quarter alone. So as this one's gone on, maybe able to iron out some of the details and get into the scoring column a little bit more frequently. That one's played off the foot, though, and going to be going back for the Red Devils.
Nice strike by number 14.
Yeah, well done. Ball played through, but McCormick, good job stepping up for these Tigers. Trying to get it back on their offensive side for attack. Stick obstruction going back the way of the Red Devils. Contreras ready to take it away. Goldsmith now intended target. Good battle on that far side near the central bench now. Good strike there. Now Tina Lawson looking to step up and make a play for this Tigers defense. Now under a minute left to go in this quarter. Played up near the sideline.
Off white feet. Nice feed by Barnard.
Yeah, ball played all the way through. An important time to do so. Up to coming up on 30 seconds remaining in this quarter of action. A little pushing and shoving right there, but just good intense physical play. Got to think this is going to be one of the last bids. Dexter's going to be able to make this quarter off the foot there. 15 seconds now. You got to be battling the clock. Barnard, strong strike, put in near the goal. Whistle blown.
It's going to be a corner.
I don't know if there's going to be enough time this quarter as we're at 3, 2, 1. That's going to do it for the quarter. And with that, Dexter leads heading into the fourth quarter, 7-0.
We finished the corner.
I lied. Leilani Sear keeping me honest.
The time cannot expire on a corner, so we'll play it out.
Has to be cleared out of play.
Correct. Or a foul is committed by the offensive side, which they just did, so it ends.
See, the players aren't the only ones adjusting. It's the broadcasters, too, or in this case, broadcaster. But now I can say that we're going to be heading into the fourth quarter, and after 3, the Tigers lead 7-0. So thank you, Leilani, for keeping me honest, and thank you for being with us. And here's a word from our sponsor.
Busy with places to go, things to do, people to see. Let Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union make managing your money easy with mobile services, bill pay, Apple Pay, mobile deposit, and more. We're as close as your phone. Now serving all of Piscataquis, Penobscot, and Somerset counties. Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union. Personal service, shared value. MHFCU.com.
AMES Chiropractic Wellness Center is a practice that specializes in treating a variety of different conditions. We treat patients daily who suffer from chronic lower back and neck pain, headaches, repetitive stress disorders, work injuries, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Rick and our entire team at AMES Chiropractic are excited to welcome you to our brand new BANGOR office located at 43 Longview Drive, right behind Olive Garden. AMES Chiropractic Wellness Center, helping you to naturally feel and be your very best.
I truly believe that if you're going to do something better, you got to start by innovating. Think about how to solve for a customer problem in a way that's quicker, different, and more customer-centric. The bank's promise has been fundamentally the same from the beginning till now, and that's ensuring that all that we do is making the lives of our employees, our customers, and the communities better. And it's their better, not what's defined as our better.
Buying, selling, or refinancing a property? Gateway Title provides title, escrow, and closing services throughout the entire state of Maine. Let our team of experienced real estate professionals handle your transaction.
We can travel to bring the closing to you.
Residential, commercial, or land, we do it all. We've been helping Maine people for over 30 years and would love to work with you. Gateway, the right way. We'll see you at the closing table.
Thank you for rejoining us here from Central High School. You just heard from some of our sponsors. I want to thank all of our sponsors who have helped make this possible, but just to hear from a couple more here, we got Rowell's Garage. Stop into Rowell's Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. At Rowell's Garage, we treat you like you are the only customer. Herring Brothers Meats, local in Guilford. Herring Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market and a full-time USDA-inspected meat slaughterhouse and smokehouse and processing plant. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street, Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And last but certainly not least, we got the Charles Inn. If you need a place to stay in downtown Bangor, give Charles Inn a call at 207-992-2820. Visit them at 20 Broad Street or reserve a room at thecharlesinn.com. So thank you to all of our sponsors who have helped make these broadcasts possible. And here we go for a final quarter of action in what's been an impressive performance again by these Tigers.
Good physical play by Big Nell.
Wind's starting to pick up. One thing we mentioned before while we were on that commercial break, I should say, is that someone shut off the lights here at Central High School. It's starting to get a little dark, and these 15 minutes might have to happen kind of quickly. I'm losing sight of the ball out there myself, because it's that time of the year. Ball now on that near or far sideline, I should say.
I suspect next week's games will probably start at 3:30 to avoid getting dark so early.
That is, in fact, a change that we have on the schedule for next week. Our broadcast will start at 3:15 Monday and Tuesday of next week. That is to coincide with the earlier game starts at 3:30. So, in all of that being in accommodation with the lighting issues that we have this time of year.
Nice job by number 14 right there.
Yep, she and Dow replaced each other. That's Rodiger up there. A ball played back through now. Daigle in goal, looking to see if she can make a play off the foot there.
Going to be a corner for Dexter.
Which I learned you can't finish a quarter until the corner has been attempted.
Correct. You cannot finish the quarter.
Thank you, Leilani Sia, for keeping me honest. I definitely need that. Ball played finally out of the circle. Barnard now. Passing off as Picarillo. Shot on. Daigle, good work. First year goalie.
It'll be Dexter coming in at the 25.
Repositioning here before we get underway. Good communication right there between official and player.
Oh, nice cross.
That was beautiful, and that was quick. I believe that came off the stick of Barnard on that far side.
No, I think it was Trafton. I think it bounced up and hit her hand. It was a beautiful cross. Front line just couldn't handle it.
Another substitution set and being ready to be made here for the Tigers. I believe that's Brown possibly coming in. We'll get a confirmation on that. Yeah, it is Lily Brown for the Tigers coming in now, replacing Tina Lawson.
I believe 21 is Acadia Markham. Coach McAllister getting in some of her younger players.
Absolutely. In a game that we've seen played fairly dominantly by the Tigers, a good opportunity to do so. McCormick now set. That's going to be deemed dangerous and played back this way. See who takes this one for the Red Devils. The way they split up the quarters now, I think has proved to be a positive change. Gives the players more time to rest, increases the quality of action we see, and in a way, it makes the game feels like it's traveling at a quicker pace. One thing I've tended to notice throughout this game.
It's going to be too high.
McCormick going to have another opportunity at it. Last time was played a little too high herself. Plays that one through, looking up the sideline now. Good job by the central attack there. That's Cassidy King, who it's great to see her back in the game as she took a ball to the face earlier in that first half of action and was out for a little bit, but good to see her back in, running around and looking confident out there. So good update for you there.
Nice job. Nice job by number 5, Cassidy Gray. Or Cassandra Gray, excuse me. Creating that corner opportunity.
Corner set. There's the hit. Looking to see what Dexter can set up here. Going to ricochet out a little farther than I'm sure they intended.
Nice shot by number 21.
Daigle now trying to get a foot on it. Traveled across a couple sticks right there, but Dexter still on the attack. Finally taken away by the Red Devils. Another shot put on. Kick save by Daigle.
Nice job by the freshman.
Looking to kick that one away again. I think it got stuck on Daigle, actually.
Yeah, in her pads.
That's going to be a corner for the Tigers. 8 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the game here. It's what we've seen, a game fairly dominated by the Tigers as they lead 7-0. Tigers looking to see if they can add more, though. It's Roediger now. Whistle, and it's going to go back to the Red Devils. So
Yeah, it's going to be an obstruction call. You know what I haven't seen a lot of this year, and normally we do? I haven't seen a lot of power shots at the top of the circle on a corner from Dexter yet this game.
that is a good point. That's fairly a successful tactic to use on these corners as well, but very good point to point out. Something we haven't seen tonight.
Haven't seen a lot of power.
Correct.
Offensively, with some really hard shots. There's been a few.
Substitution being made here on the Red Devil side.
14 coming back in.
It's McClure. She's a senior. Good work by Bignell right there. Towards the Tigers' possession as they try to go back, see what they can do for another goal here. They had 3 in that third quarter, 4 in the first half.
Nice pass.
That it was, but Contreras, well done taking that one away. Stick obstruction the call. Going to be going back to the Tigers. Barnard now. Maybe tried going a little too early there.
I think Barnard got away with one because she didn't travel 5 yards before she sent that ball in. That's going to be a stick obstruction on Goldsmith.
Barnard now travels her 5 yards, looking to try to make another attempt at it, but quality work by this Red Devils defensive squad we've seen so far in this fourth quarter of action. McCormick up there for the Tigers trying to get involved on the action, but Contreras, we've said her name quite a bit this second half. Playing well, trying to get ball played back on the Red Devils offensive side of things now. Substitution going to be made here as Bignell checks out.
It's going to be a dangerous stick on Central.
So that's going to go back to the Tigers as Bignell checked out. Bennett comes back in.
Should go way up the field.
As they work on the positioning right there. A little bit of the scoring summary, the way we have it written down tonight. Of course, the official word will be put out later tonight. Avery Herrick is down for 1 goal. Kiana Bennett has 2. Dow adds 2 as well. Bignell having 1. And the last goal being scored by Gray. She has 1. That's Cassandra Gray. Of course, the official word, in case we confuse any of the players out there scoring a goal, that official word will be out tonight. Barner now on that far side. Whistle blown.
I think we're starting to see a little tiny bit of sloppy play. I think the girls are starting to get a little tired at the end of the game.
Understandably so. Both sides working very hard throughout this one. And speaking about working hard, we got Dow stepping up, sealing that one away.
She's had a nice long break.
Yeah, it's been a while since she was called upon to do anything. So
put back there in the sweet position.
Now under 5 minutes left to play in this one. Clock reads 4:39. Ball being repositioned here. A couple substitutions look like they're being ready to be made here. Barnard checking out. We'll get a jersey number and a name here shortly. Barnard checks out after what was an impressive performance from her.
Nice job by Dow. Oh.
Emma Page was the one coming in for
A little
Barnard.
too strong. Wing wasn't up there.
So maybe going back to a little bit of that sloppy play, but also rotating people in and out. So that might be playing a factor here as well, trying to catch everyone up to speed. Not the easiest thing to do in the world coming off of the sideline after a couple quarters of some cold action out here as it's dropped down in the temperature as this one's traveled on. Believe that one was whistled for obstruction. It's going to be going back for the Red Devils for a moment.
Yeah.
Obstruction again, but this time going for the Tigers. Three minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this one. No goals scored thus far in this quarter. Tigers, though, putting on an impressive performance tonight, leading this one 7-0. Opportunity here. Battle for it. Shot put on. Finds the back of the goal. We'll get a replay.
I think that
Bennett the goal. That's going to complete the hat trick for her. Kiana Bennett getting her third goal on the night. So an impressive performance from her. And just as I was saying it, we have a goal this quarter. There's been a goal scored in every quarter for the Tigers. Now leading in this one 8-0. But I think if you look at their performance against this the Central Red Devils versus the Tigers from last time, I think the Red Devils have made improvements even since that game. That game was a 10-0 decisive victory for the Tigers, which saw Avery Herrick have her Athlete of the Week performance. I think you've seen improvements just based off of that game alone from this time being able to play against one another. So in a building year, I think that we've been able to see the Red Devils improve time after time, and now they're on the offensive attack. Trying to get themselves in the right positioning here. Can hear the bench still engaged, looking for a goal. Battle scrum in front.
Bennett making some stops. Dexter's goalie, Molly Bennett.
Well done by her. 2 minutes reads on the clock. Now looking to get something near the goal. As Contreras sends it back in for a moment. Most promising attack we've seen in a while for the Red Devils. Trying to get into that scoring column, but it's going to be off the foot and back for the Tigers. You hear Coach Fowler keeping her team into the game here. They're going to bring that one back a little bit, reposition the ball.
Coach McAllister's got a lot of her young players in right now.
Looks like there's a bunch more poised to be able to come in. Next opportunity as we go into the final moments of this game as we're coming up on just a minute and 20 seconds left. Bennett now in the middle of the field off her foot. That's going to be the Red Devils' ball. So this one saw us a decisive victory for the Tigers. Still time to be played, but this is going to advance the Tigers' record. And saw some improvements come out through either side throughout this game as what started a little slow but has definitely picked up.
Nice job by Piccarello.
Absolutely. It's good to see some of these younger players being able to get some time in and some experience in as well.
Taylor Hanson taking the hit.
Over to Piccarello now, or was for a moment, but now played back towards the middle of the field. Just 30 seconds left to play in this one. This was a dominant performance for the Tigers out here tonight as they currently lead 8-0 in these final 10 seconds. We'll see if the Red Devils, who have been able to put pressure on for the latter half of this game, doing a good job. But the clock's going to read 5. We're going to walk it down here. We're going to wrap it up very quickly after the game. But quality performance out here by the Tigers. They earned the decisive victory 8-0, but we did see a lot of improvement throughout the game. And since the last time these two teams met, you can see the visible improvement from the Red Devils. And that program's just going to continue to improve. and it's good to see them out here improving play after play and game after game. So I want to thank you for joining us. Thank you for everyone who tuned in. If you want to check out some of the interviews that we'll have from Athlete of the Week interviews, check that out on our YouTube page at Eastern Maine Sports Media. I'm Zach White, joined by Leilani Sear on broadcast. Thank you for keeping me honest and teaching me a thing or two about the sport of field hockey. Mark Callen produced this one for us, Chris Lesnar on camera, and thank you at home. Signing off.
Good, just get a pickup.
We done?
We should be good. Okay. Well,
yeah, soccer's here. They'll shut down.
That chair is cold